Hi.
Hi.
Oh my gosh. Hi, Kendra.
What's your name, boo?
Excuse me, I was
Give me
eating.
good light. Give me good light.
Oh, girl. Oh no. So is that better? Yay,
That's good.
nay?
That's good.
Okay, I'll look at me.
What's your name,
Hi, my name is
baby?
Avia.
Avia?
Yes.
Avia, where you calling me from?
I'm calling you from Houston, Texas.
Houston, Texas. How old are you?
I'm 36.
36. What you do for a living?
I'm a claims adjuster for an insurance company.
Claims adjuster. Okay. Do you have any kids?
I have two boys.
Two boys. How old are your boys?
7 and 4 weeks.
7 and 4 weeks. 4 weeks?
4 weeks.
Now, I didn't know she had two kids. I thought she only had the 4-week-old, but she has two kids, so 7 and the 4-week-old. Let me know if y'all ready to scoop her up.
You didn't have sex yet.
No, I can't.
What the hell you looking? Your vagina ain't even healed.
Closed.
How you looking for a new penis? And your vagina ain't even healed yet.
I'm not looking for a penis. I'm looking for a husband.
Well, the husband. Why ain't you married to the man you had a baby with 4 weeks ago?
That was my plan, but that wasn't his plan. So
But when did
here
you
we
realize
are.
it wasn't his plan?
I'm sorry, say that again.
When did you realize it wasn't his plan?
After he broke up with me.
When did he break
Before the baby
up
was
with you?
born. October.
When the baby was born?
Before the baby was born.
He broke up with you while you were pregnant?
While I was pregnant, yes.
What the hell was the reason?
See, this is where it gets sketchy. When these women come on, and I don't know this lady, and like I said, she seems like a nice young woman, but a lot of times they're not giving you the full story. They're not telling you everything, so you have no clue as to why he broke up with you. When I hear that, that tells me, and I'm gonna be honest with y'all, and I could be wrong, but just off of my intuition and what I've seen and what I know about women, a lot of times when they say they don't know, it means it was not a relationship. It means it was a situationship. Y'all were having a good time, screwing and whatever, random, and you got pregnant, and he said, "Hell no, I don't want to have nothing to do with it," and that was that. I wish they would be honest, because it would, but they don't want to, because it shows them in a certain light. Either way, it's, men are still going to look at you as a walking red flag. So I think a lot of times when they don't want to tell you what happened is because he probably wasn't her man in the first place. He probably was somebody she was just sleeping with and hoped and prayed and thought that there might have been an opportunity for them to be in a serious relationship, and he never took her seriously from the get-go.
Yes, it's just as good as mine. I didn't ask. Just the excuse was enough for me.
What was the
Yes.
excuse?
Okay.
He said that I didn't meet his standards. He didn't see himself with me for a long period of time, and he didn't want to be married.
How long were you guys dating for?
So we've been off and on since 2019.
So let's get to the nitty gritty. Were y'all in a off and on means were y'all never in a real relationship?
We were in a relationship, yes.
What I'm trying to get to is the foundation. So you guys were off and on for how long?
Since 2019, so 4 years in 2023.
So when did y'all become an exclusive, he's my man, I'm his girl relationship, just the two of y'all?
So I want to say that was in February of last year.
That's when y'all both agreed to be in an exclusive relationship.
Yes. Yes.
When did you get pregnant after that?
I think I was pregnant in February, like February, March. I found out in April, I want to say, that I was pregnant.
Okay. And then y'all moved in. Did y'all move in together because you were pregnant?
No, we didn't know. We moved in together in March. Around March. And then I found out in April that I was pregnant.
Okay, so now you're living together, you're pregnant, and in October, how many months are you?
So I had the baby December 1st.
Okay, so how many months were you in October?
October, I was, 37 weeks. So I was like, almost 8 months. Almost
so
8 months.
8 months pregnant, 8 months pregnant, he came to you and said, I don't want to be, did he move out?
No, shit. I mean, shoot, we were still living
How
together. We were still
break
living
up with a
together.
pregnant girl that you're living with while she's 8 months pregnant?
Your guess is just as good as mine.
Listen, your guess is as good as mine. That's not gonna fly. That's not enough. No, come on now. So y'all were living together all that time. You was pregnant. You had to tell him you was pregnant. So you didn't. And when you got to the 8 month mark, he had to know you was pregnant. You were showing, and y'all were living together, right? If y'all living together, yes, he knows you're pregnant. That's his child. He know for a fact it's his child. And then he waited till there was no conversation or anything. Everything was good up until she got to 8 months pregnant. And then all of a sudden he just said, I'm leaving. It just don't sound right. It don't sound right. It don't sound right. Why move in with her? And then, okay, find out you pregnant. Why is he moving with? So move in with you. Y'all making this official. Y'all like really together. And then you find out you're pregnant. Y'all sleeping together. So, I mean, you get pregnant. It shouldn't be a shock. And now 8 months, he decides, oh, I'm out of here. This is too much. I don't want to have nothing to do with this. Like, that just don't make no kind of sense to me. It don't make any sense to me. It really doesn't. You didn't ask me any questions. You didn't say, well, what the hell is going on? Are you going to be a part of this child's life? I'm going to put you on child support. What's going on? Like, what was the conversation? There's nothing. So you just walked out of your life and ain't say 2 words, and you didn't ask any questions, or you didn't care to ask any questions, even though you got a baby in your belly that you're going to have to be responsible, plus another child? Come on, something ain't adding up.
These are the risks that you take.
Yeah.
Ladies, when you make life decisions without having a lifetime agreement.
That's
A baby is a lifetime agreement with a person. Like, regardless how you see it, you guys are connected, whether you're married or not, you have a child together. And so this human being, you guys are co-parenting, but y'all have to get the foundation together before you have a child together, because I think it's terrible that he broke up with you at 8 months pregnant while you were living with him. But the more I'm getting to the details, y'all foundation wasn't solid.
Right. I think it was more so mine. We didn't have a clear definition of what commitment was. I was clear about what I wanted, my commitment. I wanted to be married. I wanted a husband. That's what I thought he wanted too. But come to find out, it wasn't. I think it was just more so he didn't want to see me with anybody else. So it's like, let me just say that I want what you want, so you won't be with anybody else. But yeah.
Do you guys co-parent well?
Oh, girl, stop the cap. Stop. No, this was, definitely, I'm convinced. I'm sorry. She's a nice lady, but I'm sorry. This was a situationship, hookup ship. I'm telling you straight up. I'm convinced. This wasn't a relationship where y'all was together, moved in together, and all of this, and you pop a pregnant. He just say, I'm out of here. Oh, nah, hell no. And he's not even a part of this child's life. Nah, this wasn't. No.
I would say it'll get better in the future. Right now, not really, no.
Did he move out?
I moved out.
Oh, I don't like this man. You moved out with the baby?
I moved out, yes. With my baby. I sure did.
Was he there when you gave birth?
Yeah, he was there.
Okay. So, all right. So that's because the reason I was asking all these questions, he had a baby 4 weeks ago. Now we're going to continue, but you do have to answer this, because there's going to be men that are going to feel like I said, technically they say you can't have sex until 6 weeks after you have a baby. So you are not even in the vagina. Your vagina ain't even healed yet. So with that being said, what do you say to the man that is concerned that you just had a baby 4 weeks ago?
Concerned? I mean, don't be concerned, because I mean, it's not, to me, it's not always about sex. I mean,
Well, honey, I think some women got to get this. You can't understand how having a baby 4 weeks ago can be to a guy. Like, that could be a big thing. Would you date a guy that had a baby 4 weeks ago?
It depends on the situation. It definitely depends on the situation.
Well, I mean, it depends on the situation. To me, look, and this is just my opinion. Y'all let me know what y'all think. That means your standards are low. Because if you met a guy who had a baby 4 weeks ago, that's a red flag in my opinion. Because that means that this man, he's out here screwing people. And if you're looking for a stable relationship with a guy who doesn't have children all over the place, then that definitely would be a red flag for me, for a guy who just had a baby 4 weeks ago. Because it's like, dang. What's the relationship with you and that woman? I would have a lot of questions. But then at the same time, I would just be like, nah, I don't want to. No, that's too much. because that means you have some type of ties with some woman and possibly others. That means you're throwing it all around and you making babies all over the place, or you was in a committed relationship with this woman and y'all just had a baby. Maybe y'all off and on, back and forth. That means y'all haven't resolved that situation yet. So how would I fit into that? So that would be a red flag to me. I wouldn't want to go down that path because I feel like it's going to be a rocky road and it's going to be a lot of back and forth and a lot of stuff early on.
I mean, if it was like mine, yeah, absolutely. If it was like my situation, absolutely.
Why not wait? I'm just curious. Why not wait some more time before you start dating somebody else?
Because I feel like the back and forth and just how it ended, it's no resurrecting it. It's definitely
no, I'm
not.
not talking about him. I'm just saying for you. Why not wait more time to just focus on your newborn child and some other things opposed to dating somebody else?
Well, this is not my first one. And I'm emotionally independent and I would say stable enough to be able to have both. I mean, even before my son or even before I got pregnant, it's always been my desire to be in not necessarily a committed relationship, but have a husband. I don't really want to be on the dating scene, to be honest with you. I just want a man that wants to be married, that wants to be committed, that wants to be with one person. Like, that's what I want.
So you have 2 kids. Are they by different men?
Yes.
Okay. So now, understandably, you want a husband. How would you go about it different now to get a husband opposed to the 2 men you had children with? What would you do?
Absolutely. I definitely wouldn't rush. Definitely will take my time. Definitely will have more conversations, ask more questions. Definitely to make sure that we're on the same page. And just take it slow, to be honest with you.
No, and look, I know, people make mistakes. I get it. The whole young and dumb thing. I get it. That's what everybody want to, go with. But why does it take 2 and 3 baby daddies to figure that out? This is why I say a lot of us in general, women and men, we're not taught how to be in relationships. Majority of us were raised by single mothers. So they didn't know. They didn't know what they were doing. And they passed that down to us. And so either we had to learn for ourselves or you just figure it out by making a bunch of mistakes. And then because, in my opinion, a lot of women are so entitled and so unaware of themselves, they don't see that they're constantly making the same mistakes over and over and over again, right? And so the blame is never them, but instead it's always the other person's fault. Oh, he did me dirty. He was wrong. He was this. So you can't even focus on yourself to see that you're making these mistakes. And so what happens is you keep doing it over and over and over again. This is why you have women with 4 or 5 children and they're not learning the lesson and they're not realizing that it's them.
Okay, so we got Ava, Houston, Texas.
Avia.
I'm sorry, Avia. Avia, Houston, Texas, 36, claim adjuster, mom of 2 boys. What's your zodiac sign?
I'm a Cancer.
Never married, but wants to get married, and your kids are by 2 different men, correct?
Yes, correct.
All right, so what kind of man are you looking for now, honey?
I want a man that has a relationship with God. I want a man that is able to not only lead, but follow, teach, and also be able to learn. I definitely want a man that's family oriented. Definitely one, I would say active in the church, but as long as he has a relationship, that will do for me. Definitely want one with godly morals and values. Wants a man that wants to be committed. That doesn't mind wanting to be, a stepfather.
See that's where she gonna have a hard time, just straight up. And can I ask this question? Why is it that women always say you want a God-fearing man? You want a man who's in the church and follows God and he's, all of this with godly morals and values. But do they have those same morals and values? Because these godly morals and values would mean that you're not out here just busting it open, sleeping with anybody, and making babies with people without being married. I'm just saying, right? Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
It's okay if he has children. It would be definitely okay if he has, a good relationship, not necessarily with his mother, but also, with his child's mother. because that would tell me a lot about him. Definitely want a man that takes care of his responsibility, whether it be children, whether it be his lifestyle, his health, mental health. Definitely want a man that is open to counseling, therapy, and that's emotional intelligent. I definitely want a man that I can have intellectual conversations with, one that respects my mind, values, challenges me, and just want a good, all around good man.
Okay.
One who knows, definitely, he has to know who he is. He has to know who he is.
Now, once again, with that emotional intelligence, he has to know who he is. If you find a man who knows who is emotionally intelligent, I talked about this the other day, who has morals and values, he's not going to pick you, baby. And this is unfortunate, but this is the lesson and the consequences that come with the choices a lot of our women are making, or just women in general.
What are your deal breakers?
My deal breakers are atheists, cheaters, because mine definitely has to be loyal and trustworthy. And I think that's all I can think of right now. But definitely atheist is a deal breaker.
Okay. Does he have to look a certain way?
As long as he has a good personality and, good hygiene, I mean, looks, we can look past that.
What about money? Does he have to make a certain amount of money?
I'm good with me. So, no. He can't be broke, but then I'm not looking for him, to make like thousands of dollars or anything like that. No.
Okay. Do you want more kids?
Probably one more.
Let's do the Kendra Cam.
If you can see me, I went walking today. Let me take these off.
Girl, you had a baby 4 weeks ago? How the hell are you so skinny? Your snapback is like, what the? You look really
I'm sorry,
good.
I took my headphones
baby
off.
4 weeks ago.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
You don't have to answer, but I'm going to ask, when's the last time you was intimate with someone?
Oh, it was probably somewhere in November.
And was it your child's father?
Yes.
Yes,
it was.
Broken out October and then y'all had sex again in November?
We did, only because I say it was around November, only because we were trying to get my water to break. It was the only reason. But after that, no. I know it's a lot.
Why would a guy be lucky to be with you?
A guy would be lucky to be with me just because of the simple fact I'm loyal. I am independent as far as I want to work. I don't mind working. I want to be a helpmate. I want to be a wife. I want to, be with one person. I want to grow with someone, for the rest of my life. So I think that just my value and my mindset will do nothing but build and add, to a man, and likewise. And I think that that's rare these days.
Okay. And what are your 3 flaws? I forgot to ask you that question.
I would say that I guess I move too fast would be one. I guess I'm too trusting. That would be one, but definitely learn my lesson. The third one, I guess I can go out on the limb and say trusting in potential and not necessarily actions.
Okay. I don't want to say your name wrong. I think it's not Avia.
It is Avia.
Oh,
yes.
Is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Avia, do you want the guy to be in Houston, Texas?
He doesn't have to be. I don't mind traveling, and if he doesn't mind traveling,
with 2 small kids.
When it comes to time, I have a perfect support system. So when it's time, when I can, okay. I will. We will.
What's the age range you would date? You're 36.
Definitely older than me. The cap would be 50.
All right, I'm gonna stop it there, y'all. So, baby, listen. Hopefully, look, when I started doing these, this channel, this realm of the channel, it was 97% men watching. Now it's 60 something percent men and the rest women. So that means maybe they're listening more. Maybe they because at first they didn't want to hear it. They didn't want to hear anything. But now the numbers are changing. So hopefully that means that they're coming along. Maybe they're gravitating to some of the information. Maybe they're ready to learn, or maybe learn something, change their ways. I don't know. But I think that's an improvement, because it was 96% men at first. Now it's 67%, and more women are coming along.